Hi there, I'm Suzette Kroll, registered dietitian. I'm your personal nutrition guide. In today's session, we're going to be talking all about calories, and I'm going to share a few ways to manage calories. Calories are to your body like gas is fuel to your car. Calories make your body run. They're energy or fuel, just like gas makes your car run. And just like your car only needs so many gallons of fuel, your body only needs so much fuel. With your car, if you have a 15-gallon gas tank and you try to put in 20 gallons of gas, that extra 5 gallons flows out onto the ground. But with your body, extra fuel can't just flow out onto the ground, so your body converts extra fuel into body fat and you store it and wind up walking around wearing it. So your weight is a balance between the energy or calories in that you eat and the energy or calories that you expend out in movement and in exercise. For every 3,500 calories over and above what your body needs, you store 1 pound of body fat. And it works in reverse too. For every 1 pound that you want to lose, you have to reduce how much you eat and or move more by 3,500 calories for each pound of body fat that you want to lose. This slide shows you how many calories there are in a gram of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. You can clearly see that fat has more than twice the calories as carbohydrate and protein. And this means that if you cut fat or fat grams, you'll cut calories the fastest. You can also see that carbohydrates and protein have the exact calories gram for gram. And this means that carbohydrates are not necessarily fattening just because they're carbohydrates. The problem with carbs is that most of us eat processed packaged carbohydrate foods like snack foods, chips, crackers, sweets, and these foods are addicting. They're not filling because they don't have water and fiber. So we wind up being able to overeat them, therefore over-consuming calories. The root cause of weight loss on any diet is calorie deficit, hands down. No matter what type of diet you may follow, low carb, keto diet, low fat, intermittent fasting, or whatever the popular diet of the day may be, these diets give you rules to follow, and because of the rules, you wind up creating a calorie deficit. And this is why these work. So you may be wondering now, how many calories do you need to eat to lose weight? The simple answer is you just need to eat less calories than you're eating now to lose weight, and you have to keep eating less calories than you're eating now to keep losing weight and to keep it off. If that's not enough, which it's probably not, let me share a few more strategies to help you manage calories. These are what I call a bottom-up approach or a top-down approach. The bottom-up approach means meticulously calorie counting, while the top-down approach means having some calorie awareness. So let me explain further. Again, this bottom-up approach means you calculate how many calories you should be eating. So starting at the bottom, start at 0, and then count up and stop when you've reached that maximum amount. There are free calculators online like that at calculator.net, and you simply enter your height, weight, age, and activity level, and the calculator spits out how many calories you should eat. So in this example of a 45-year-old female, sedentary, 5'6", 320 pounds, she could eat 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Now, if you're counting calories like this, you probably want to keep track of them, either with the pen and paper or electronically. There are some free food diaries here on my website, personalnutritionguide.com. There's also free apps out there. A couple of good ones are MyFitnessPal and Bariatric. So the positive side of the bottom-up approach or counting calories is that you will increase your calorie awareness, calorie knowledge. If you have to look up everything you eat and record it, you're going to learn what foods have a lot of calories and what foods are lower in calories. On the negative side, it doesn't necessarily lead to choosing healthy foods and doesn't necessarily lead to a healthy pattern of eating. You could eat 1,500 calories in candy bars and maybe lose weight because you're reducing your calories, but that's certainly not healthy. You can get very numbers bound, and food is more than numbers. So a top-down approach to calorie management means not necessarily counting them, but just reducing them from the top. So that means knowing or identifying what foods are high in calories or what foods and drinks are high in calories, and then reducing, removing, or replacing them. So maybe you don't know the exact numbers, but you recognize, hey, pizza's a lot of calories, so I'm just going to eat less of it. That's how the top-down approach works. So high-calorie foods include fried foods, cheese sauce, cheese pizza, cream sauce, white sauce, condiments like butter, mayonnaise, sour cream, cream cheese, salad dressings, and empty calories like sweets, cakes, pies, cookies, ice cream, foods like bacon, and beverages like soda, energy drinks, sports drinks, and fruit drinks. There's even high-calorie nutritious foods like nuts and seeds and nut butters, peanuts, peanut butter, sunflower seeds, healthy oil like olive oil, and healthy foods like avocado and guacamole. We hear these foods are healthy, and so sometimes we give license to eat as many of them or as much of them as you want, but they are high in calories, and we do want to reduce these as well, or just keep an eye on the portions, not eat them unlimited. So the rule of R's, again, means reduce, remove, or replace these high-calorie foods. Therefore, you reduce total calories that you eat in the day. So here's an example of mayonnaise and tuna. If you typically use mayonnaise, next time you make your tuna salad, reduce it. Maybe use half as much. Maybe remove it completely and just have dry tuna. If that's not appealing, maybe you replace the tuna with plain, low-fat Greek yogurt and mustard mixed together. And here's an example, cheese in salad. You can reduce cheese in salad by just using half as much. You eat out and there's cheese in salad, ask the waiter to put it on the side so you can control how much you put on and not the person in the back who makes it. Or you could ask for no cheese on the salad. If you're making salad at home, shredded carrots is a good replacement in salad for shredded cheese. So you get the idea. Here again, just reducing portions is a way to reduce calories. One slice of pizza has less calories than 2 slices, even if you don't know the exact math. And a third way to reduce calories without counting, without really having anything to do with numbers at all, is simply to focus on eating nutrient-dense foods. This picture is showing you 3 different types of food in the stomach and how much space each of these foods take up. You can clearly see that vegetables take up all of the space in your stomach. They're really filling because they have fiber and they expand when you eat them, and they feel filling because they have water, so they feel heavy in your stomach. Protein foods don't take up as much space in your stomach, and fats and oils take up even less space. They're very dense, and in order to feel that feeling of fullness, you have to eat a lot of them, and therefore the calories add up along the way. So this is why when you eat, maybe, or just focus on numbers and eat a 1,200 calorie diet, if you eat a lot of dense food or processed packaged foods, you might walk around feeling hungry, or you have to rely on your willpower to keep the calories down, because processed packaged foods kind of look like this picture too. So in order to feel full, you would need to eat a lot of them. And in order to keep your calories down, you have to keep your portions of them down. And then you can see you don't really feel full, so you walk around again feeling hungry. So quick way to reduce calories, just eat more vegetables, even fruits. Every single meal, eat a lot of vegetables and smaller amounts of protein and even lesser amounts of the added fats and oils. An important calorie management strategy is to never get overly hungry. It'll be hard to keep calories down if you're hungry. So eat regular meals and snacks, morning, noon, and night, and stay hydrated with at least 64 ounces of calorie-free fluids. All right, so your goal from here forward is to make a decision. How are you going to manage calories? Will you take this bottom-up approach, figure out how many calories that you need to eat every day, and then start counting, keep track of them, write them down? Or will you take a top-down approach? Maybe you're not interested in the numbers, but you can recognize high-calorie foods and commit to either reducing, removing, or replacing them, so you are cutting calories from the top down without necessarily knowing the numbers. Or will you eat more nutrient-dense foods, eat more vegetables every single meal, eat more fruit, and eat smaller amounts of the dense foods? Pick one of these methods. Pick all of them. One might work better one day and the next day. There's really not a wrong here. Just decide what works best for you. And finally, be consistent, persistent. It does take a while for this 3,500 calorie deficit to add up. Remember, there's 3,500 calories in a pound. So if you reduce your intake by 100 calories every day, it's going to take 35 days for that 3,500 calorie deficit to add up. So have patience and again, be consistent and persistent. Okay, if you need further assistance, please let me know. I'm Suzette Kroll, registered dietitian. I'm your personal nutrition guide. We'll see you next time.